Anybody ever heard of Vladimir the Cannibal?
He ate people.
Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a history buff. Yeah.
Cannibal's in his name, so he kind of gave it away.
Is he an ancient warrior?
If by ancient, still alive? Yeah.
Oh, this is recent.
Are you thinking about like Hannibal the Cannibal?
Well, I'm thinking about, they're like, oh, Alexander the Great. I'm like, oh, this guy was like from the 1600s.
Oh, because he's got like a "the" in his description.
He ate his enemies and stuff.
Fluffy shirt and a nice coat.
Piece of shit.
I guess.
He's like
I don't know.
Nosferatu
Megan the
kinda
Stallion's kind of cool.
V. That's different. That's Megan V. Stallion.
But she's great. I'm a big fan.
So Vladimir, I always get these names crazy. Nikolaev,
Sounds like a wrestler.
It's kind of redundant.
age 63, was convicted of killing 2 men in '97 in Novocheboksk in Russia.
Sounds like a nuclear power plant.
Thank you. Although initially handed the death penalty, Nikolaev had his sentence commuted to life behind bars after the country abolished the death penalty.
Oh my god, dude.
So he's just randomly in that pocket during a change in the law.
When it turned non-Soviet.
Yeah, but he took part in a National Geographic documentary titled Inside Russia's Toughest Prisons,
Oh, those are tough.
in which he spoke about eating one of his victims.
Holy
Bro, that
shit.
prison can't be that tough if he's still alive in it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's surviving.
But maybe because he scared everybody.
Maybe he's really likable and everyone likes him. All the inmates like him.
He's eating people.
Yeah, that's how he survived.
Why is he still alive? Because he's eating everybody else.
Only living prisoner. Everyone else dies.
Everyone else is hungry.
He didn't do that in prison, did he?
No.
Why you guys gotta go so dark? What if he's just like a really fun, cool guy everyone likes?
Hey, Vlad.
Vlad's the funny guy on the cell.
Oh, you're talking like NoHo Hank and Barry,
God, he's great.
right? He's like he's hard, he's tough, but he's also very nice.
Yeah, he's great. He just wants he wants a life too, you know? He wants to experience.
He's misunderstood.
So, speaking while inside the notorious K6 Dolphin prison, where he was transferred in 2001, Nikolaev said he had no intention of eating human flesh when he carried out the murder, but was tempted to try it while dismembering his victim's corpse.
But I know what he feels like.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Because like I was so fucking hungry during lunch, right? And then
Like
during
today?
No. It was during lunch. We were filming. We were filming at the community college, and I was playing a student, and I had an anatomy book. So I was like, man, fucking flipping pages where the titties at and shit, you know? Because like they always show.
Obviously. Go straight to the titties.
No titties.
Female reproductive
They were
system.
showing like all these muscle fibers, and I was like, you know what? That arm looks kind of good. Like it kind of looks like steak right now. And I was like, see, this is how cannibalism starts.
You're curious. It's a curious cannibal.
That's how it starts.
All muscle fibers look the same. I don't discriminate. Red meat, purple meat, whatever meat, human, it looks the same when it's underneath.
Friends, meat, same thing.
Exactly. But then when you're looking at it in an anatomy book and it's like sectioned off, you're like, yo, that looks like that looks like oxtail right now. Like right there, that fucking spine with a little bit of meat, that looks like oxtail.
Yeah,
you know?
once I get rid of the human hair and the teeth thing.
Well, they don't show that it's the muscle fiber part. It's just that. And in the dried part, that looks like beef jerky. So I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I'm getting too hungry looking at human.
So if they came out with, you know how they have lab meat where they just make meat not using an animal, they just create it?
That's gross.
Would you
I agree. I'm with Joe on this. I'm with
I was
Joe.
just saying if they were manufacturing like lab meat that's human meat,
human steak?
would you try it?
Only if it's dick. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe. If I won't get sick.
Yeah, you won't get.
Yeah, if I won't get sick. If it's manufactured.
I mean, if I won't get sick.
Yeah, I would try that too.
Yeah, if I won't get sick.
If I won't get sick, but you gonna eat a human, man?
If I won't get sick.
I would try that too, but hey, you're gonna do it?
I don't want to get
If I
sick.
won't get sick.
Yeah, I don't want to get sick.
Would you eat a human flavored gummy?
I'd eat a human before I eat a dog. But I heard that cannibalism and people that eat human, they get sick. Like,
They get sick from it?
Yeah, I heard that. So
In the mind.
Even if they properly cook it?
I know a guy that actually ate a person.
What'd he say? He got sick?
How do you know a guy who actually ate a
Yeah.
person?
Oh, he's my friend's uncle, and he goes,
Whoa.
yeah. So he's like, in the Vietnam, he goes, man, we got lost in the jungle, and then we got attacked, and then for so many days. We don't even know where to go. You know, so hungry. And then my friend died. And then we have no food for so many times.
You do the math.
For so many times.
You do the math.
We decide, okay, we have to cook him. I was like, you couldn't find a banana? No food. You couldn't find a fucking coconut? It's a jungle. No, there's nothing. Man, I'll eat a tarantula before I eat a fucking human. But what ended up happening is they didn't want to eat his like body and his like parts. So they opened up and they said, I got the liver. And we wanted the most unhuman part. And then we chop it up, we fry it, and we eat it.
Unhuman part.
And I was like, did you eat till you were full? And he goes, oh, I couldn't do it, man. I took one bite and I was already full. I was like, damn. Yeah, so they all chopped up his liver and they all took like different, but no one could actually like eat a lot of it, but they just ate like.
Well, the organs have more nutrients than the meat anyway.
How did he have everything else? He's like, we don't have food, but I took out my air fryer. I plugged it in. I sprinkle my seasoning on there. Salt, garlic, paprika.
Here's all the sides. And then we top with cilantro, man.
We need the main course.
We had the onion.
Go, hey Alexa, give me 1 hour.
You put it in a sous vide.
We are sous vide, man.
Everything else.
I love this guy though. His name was Uncle Ricky, and he would tell us crazy. He would just be like, man, the war, it was so scary. Sometimes I get a soul nightmare, you know, and I wake up in the morning, I'm choking my wife. I'm like, oh fuck.
Damn, that's some Wolverine shit.
Bring that fool on the show.
I'll try to find him. No, you know what? I'll try to find him. He was one of the craziest storytellers. And then, so he's like, he's not really my friend's uncle. But you know how in Asian culture you call everybody uncle?
Yeah.
But him and my friend's dad became best friends in a refugee camp. Cause then, and then they like, I forgot what we were watching, but we were watching some kind of Vietnamese movie about the war. And then these guys, I think they went to Hong Kong or something. And it was their first time like being able to like explore a city outside of Vietnam. And they were holding hands everywhere. And you know, like us being like, we made fun of everything that was gay in the early 2000s, right? Yeah. So me and my friend was dying during the whole montage of them running around, holding hands, looking at all the shops, and we were dying and fucking crying, right?
Why don't you guys kiss already?
And then Uncle Ricky was there, and he was like, you know, in the Vietnam, when you're a best friend, you hold hands everywhere. And he was getting mad. Like, he goes, that's normal. And I was like, damn, dude, okay, Uncle Ricky.
Hey, that is normal. When I was a kid, I remember going to Vietnam and like people would hold hands like that. Or in Asia in general, a lot of
countries do that.
Yeah, they'll hold hands with their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, is everybody just gay here? And it's like, no, best friends will just hold hands like that. And I was like, that's wild.
Yeah, he goes, when you have a best friend, you just hold hands everywhere,
Some
man.
Middle Eastern countries do that.
Yeah. And I just pictured this dude like fighting war, and then in the middle of it, he's like holding hands with this soldier like homie and just walking around town. And I'm just like, the fuck? I just
That's so bizarre.
I can only eat the liver of a man I hold his hand with. You know?
I know, that's crazy. The shit that he told me, dude. I was like, dude, that's
That is
fucking
crazy
nuts.
to get a first-hand like account of eating humans.
Well, yeah. So this guy, it's actually pretty chilling what this guy gets into and the way he starts talking about it because it's in a chilling way very human the way he thinks about it, or maybe not human. I guess maybe I'm dark. I don't know. He says, talking about the murder, he says, I was coming home from a party a little drunk, and next to the door of my building, another guy also drunk asked me for a light. We started arguing and got into a fight. He hit me, and I hit him, and it turned out he died. Oh, shit. In the chilling clip, he goes on, what was I to do? I dragged him into the bathroom, undressed him, and started cutting him apart. After cutting the man's head and limbs, Nikolaev gave a laugh and said he then felt the urge to try him. Whoa. I cut off a piece of meat from his thigh and boiled it. Whoa, he said, I tried it, didn't like it, so I chopped it up and fried it in a frying pan.
So he tried it again?
It's because you boiled it, my guy. Like, of course, you're not.
He's all like, ugh.
Even more horrifically, he then gave some of the flesh to an unwitting acquaintance who took it home and fed it to his children and wife, with none of them knowing where the meat had originated.
Oh, fuck.
He said he took it home and gave it to his wife. She made dumplings with it. She had some herself and fed some to her children. They didn't know what it was. Then Nikolaev was accused of selling around 5 kilograms of human flesh at an open market, claiming it was kangaroo meat.
Selling it.
That's kind of a really smart way to get rid of a body.
Because they're like, I don't even know what this is.
He was eventually caught after a woman noted the unusual taste and took it to a doctor for examination, where it was discovered.
What a fucking snitch, dude. What a fucking rat.
This is a very weird.
He's not a cannibalism, but she's a fucking snitch. That's what happened.
I just can't believe a guy like this would be candidate for rehabilitation. That's hilarious.
I know.
Well, he's
wild, dude.
just not so much candidate for rehabilitation, but it's just now that they don't no longer have the death penalty, it's just life behind bars for the rest of his life.
I'm kind of on his side, actually. That guy shouldn't have been talking shit, dude. She should have just got.
It was just a drunken accident.
God.
Yeah, just got into a brawl, killed the guy, and then got curious as he was dismembering him.
He got lemons and he made lemonade. You know what I mean?
He got human.
Human
And he
AIDS.
sold human AIDS. Yeah, that's what he did.
Kind
Fuck.
of crazy that he was selling this meat to people. Though.
Maybe he was like, oh, I'm not down to waste food.
Makes me feel like this wasn't the first time he dismembered someone either.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like you go straight to dismemberment.
Yeah, because why do you do that? Why don't you just throw it away, bury the guy?
I know.
Like a
what
normal
to
person.
do. Oh,
That guy looks like a cannibal.
Nuts.
But he also just might be a Russian dude too.
I was always wondering, like, where they still wore those jail hats. You know those jail hats? Like,
Brother, where art thou?
yeah, we always saw those back in the
Or like
day.
hot dog on a stick.
This is